Bants or bullying, bants or bullying. We're playing a game called Bants or bullying, bants or bullying, bants or bullying. It's rarely bants, it's usually bullying. I am back. I'm just sorting my orange juice. No, Clive, I have not sorted out what my name is yet. I am resigned to the fact it might be Harry. Although I'm not feeling very Harry right now. But I was, again, like I sort of said there, somewhat taken by the way it describes like a computer game with hubs. That the only places that exist are the places you visit, and so on. I could buy some cigarettes. No. No, let's resist. So we've got quite a few experience points now. You missed me putting some points into conceptualization, incidentally. I think I might spend a character point on an ability. What is the downside of empathy? Be even more unstable. Do we have any idea, by the way, what counts as higher levels? Let me just have a look at what tasks I've got plenty of. A couple of logic. The asking Joyce for money challenge. Physical instrument would give me the points. Would give me another chance at that. Shouting up the stair, up the central furnace, but it would bring me closer to punching people in the head. Oh. Okay, my box of sunglasses has gone up. Sorry, my chance to redo the box of sunglasses. And the trash container. I've already opened the trash container, of course. There's quite a few physical instrument possibilities there. Those on white are available to try now. Okay. Right, anyway. I can't remember. Does it cost me experience points to forget a thought? Right. Screw it. Right. Drugs raise learning caps, but they're bad for your health. Right then. Right then. Okay. Back on the main path. It's just gone midday on day 2. Asks a man with jolly eyes, tilting his head. Call me mañana.
What did he just call you? Oh no, not this again. You just got away from that fucking kid.
He called me a scab. What exactly is a scab? Yeah, I'm a scab, poor and downtrodden. Wave your fist, right to work. I'm not a scab, I'm a cop. What exactly is a scab? Come on then.
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
Hold on, where did they all come from? You don't seem to like them much. Hold on, where do they all come from? I assume it's people desperate for work, maybe.
Beats me. Somewhere in the ground, I think.
You don't seem to like them much, call me mañana.
Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to scab. Or I guess scared, maybe. But scared of what? Of who?
He looks at the mass, squinting his eyes as if trying to ascertain what they're scared of.
Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something.
Nod. Have you tried talking to them? Shake your head. It's better than begging. Come on. Right, what do we think? Yeah, okay. Have you tried talking to them?
We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time.
I'm not a scab. I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, "Let us cop for less money."
He chuckles, then realizes.
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
Okay, I've come to Martinez investigating a murder. Hey, you're the man in boots at the gates. Kuna said you know about the armor. I'm looking for assistance with a dead body situation. I'm a bit short on money right now. Can you give me some of it? What's the strike about anyway? Nice talk, gotta get moving. I've come to Martinez investigating a murder.
Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder.
It's actually very fun and easy. You're right, it's almost impossible. I'm 91% sure I'll never get it solved. I have no idea what I'm doing. Maybe you want to help me solve it by telling me who did it. I have no idea what I'm doing.
That's okay. I have no idea what I'm doing either. I don't even know what day it is.
Tuesday.
Don't tell me. It's a better day that way.
It's definitely Tuesday. Hey, you're the man in boots at the gates. Kuna said you know about the armor.
The little boy had a good on his promise.
His promise?
To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
It's alright, call me mañana.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Interesting.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, and the cops in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock.
That sounds like Kuno.
Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
So Kuno used it to what? Scare you? The probe into the armor, what did you learn? So Kuno used us to what? Scare you?
It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
He contemplates taking a swig from his flask.
He thinks, not yet. Better to get this business out of the way. Sweeter then.
Okay, electrochemistry, that is a useful insight, but don't get cocky.
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk union man about some armor.
Okay. Thank you, Clive. I am not still Kuno's bitch. I am following up leads, which is very different.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
What sort of technical stuff?
I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
Okay.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove.
Without his legs coming off, yes.
So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
Hold up. 4 pieces. Helmet, cuirass, gauntlets, boots. What about the leggings? I'm going to find 1 piece of it. 1 is enough. I'm ambitious. I'm going to find all of it, all the pieces. Actually, I may have better things to do. Hold up. 4 pieces. Yes. So, unarmored legs? Or is this a comment on computer game armor locations?
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
What? I'm going to find 1 piece of it. 1 is enough.
Nice and balanced. Some junior officers can take care of the rest.
Plus, 1 piece may give us some lead on the actual investigation we're here to do before the world ends.
Smart choice. It's only that one spot you need armored too. The one the bullet hits.
Exactly.
Good luck if you go for those boots though. You'd have an easier time wresting the spurs off a boyadero than getting them off him.
Thank you for the cooperation, sir. Well, we can get them off him. It's just his legs will come off in the process, and that feels, having shot him in the stomach, like 1 bit of disrespect to a corpse too many.
No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
Okay.
He is sincerely grateful he is not tracking down pieces of armor right now.
Okay. I'm looking for assistance with a dead body situation. He's going to want money, though, so... And given we've only got a few hours before we have to pay 20 real.
Body still hanging in the tree? Hey, that's a rough pickle. Can't help you with that, sorry.
Oh, bollocks.
I'm not really an admirer of dead bodies. Might be someone else from the Union can render assistance.
He shrugs. Does this mean you can let me through the gate?
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
Points up the stairs with his flask.
Beneath the jolliness, he suddenly seems doubtful.
That's simple. I just walk in.
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in.
Past Measurehead.
Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini supremacist there. Walk right past him,
Right.
then press the button to unlock the door,
Uh-huh.
then go past him again,
Okay.
and you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
Huh. For some reason, it doesn't seem like it's going to be that easy. Ah, gotcha. I think I have some questions for you first. Huh. For some reason, it doesn't seem like it's going to be that easy.
Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best Measurehead in a physical confrontation,
Well, my vest thinks that's a great idea.
or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible.
Yeah, but I've got a secret way in, so... Has anyone here ever bested him in a physical confrontation? Has any of the scabs tried converting to his worldview? Got it, another thing. Has anyone here ever bested him in a physical concentration, buddy?
Not yet, no. He's incredibly strong.
Nothing a couple of solid hooks from Dexter and Sinister won't fix.
Thanks, physical instrument. To be honest, I could just put my my vest on, put a point in the physical instrument, and go for him. But I suspect Kim Kitsuragi might think that was unprofessional. Have any of the scabs tried converting to his worldview?
Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition.
Got it. Another thing.
Sure.
I'm a bit short on money right now. Can you give me some of it?
Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
Wow. Okay, that worked. He flips a coin towards you. Hand-eye coordination. Try to catch it.
The coin narrowly slips by your outstretched fingers and falls to the ground.
Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to throw it like that. It's a thing we harbor folk do, passing around cargo and such.
Okay.
Was not meant as provocation or ridicule.
Okay, you seem genuine. I probably should have not tried to grab it.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi picks up the coin and hands it to you.
Appreciated, Kim Kitsuragi.
Right, always glad to help out the RCM. We're on the same branch, you and I. Humans, I mean, not slithering scabs.
What's the strike about, anyway?
You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
Okay, call me mañana.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss and are on a better footing with the organization.
I know, Mark. A whole real. I was expecting one of those 10-cent bullshit bottle dollars. But I'm even closer to my final goal, which reminds me. Just saving it, no reason. Okay, so, just a second. I'm just going to have a look at that. I'm not going to try and get past your man here. And notice, in case of a strike, press button behind guard. Okay? A hermetically sealed door locked by electronic means. There's no lock picking or door kicking this one. Right, measure head apparently is where I need to go past, but for now, my plan is to talk to the strikers a little. It says GRIH. Okay, here we go.
The right to work.
The man yells towards the harbour gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot, and oddly screechy for a man of his size. Oh, so it's the scab leader, not the strike leader. Got you. I am the law. What's going on here? Looks like too much trouble for my case. What's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
Hooray! The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everybody else. The taller he is, the closer his nuts are to punching.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should I? Yes. No. Why should I beat the honest worker down? The honest have least to fear from the police, probably.
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Oh, then yes. Okay, then I'm thinking no. I don't have a problem with people who have causes as long as they're not murdering people.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here.
Right to work. Right to work.
It's interesting, though. It might well be that Joe Rooney is living rent-free in my head, but I'm naturally siding with the unionists against the scabs.
Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
What kind of a cause are we talking about? I don't think I've chosen any sides yet. Yeah, okay, I'm reassessing my previous position anyway, because it felt a bit knee-jerk. Regardless, I have some questions for you. I'll be going. I don't think I've chosen any sides yet.
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers.
Sure, but so are the unionists inside the barricade?
I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the...
Right to work. Right to work.
What kind of a cause are we talking about, shouty man?
rights of people, rights of workers, to have gainful employment, to make a salary, and feed their families.
Again, arguably just what the people inside the barricade are doing. This feels like one of those terrible philosophical, moral, political quandaries there is no correct answer to.
Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here.
Shame on you!
We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
He points his finger at the man sitting on the railing at Call Me Mañana.
So do we, Scab.
Yeah, there we go. The loitering man hollers in return. I want to get into the harbour too. What is a strike? Who are all these strike breakers? Look around. What exactly is your goal here? I'm just going to leave. Now, I'm not leaving yet. There's information to be uncovered. Who are all these strike breakers?
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests.
The man runs a hand through his steadily greying military haircut.
We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
Good question, Kim Kitsuragi.
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
What exactly is your goal here, Scab Leader?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
And you were unable to breach the entrance. And you're unable to breach the entrance, Sonny Jim.
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guards blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Wait, head measurer? Have you considered storming in like all of you? Why don't you just talk to them? Wait, head measurer?
Huge Seminese guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel is right behind him.
How bad could one guy be? You seem capable.
Bad. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. And he's trained.
Well, I wasn't going to try beating him up anyway.
I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there. But that one's no joke, and my men are tired and hungry. They're workers, not fighters.
Why don't you just talk to them? Why can't we all just get along?
Like civilized folk, you mean? These native fucks don't understand civilized.
You're losing me, Scab Leader.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
Very reasonable, Kim Kitsuragi.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
The man rubs his jaw, a perfect, lightly bearded square wedge. I want to get into the harbour too. What is a strike? What is a strike, Scab Leader?
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people.
He shifts uncomfortably in his worker's overalls. What do the strikers want?
Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have the right to work!
When the man moves around, you perceive some serious abs underneath his tight-fitting shirt. This man is in shape.
There's no chance this is one of the other mercenaries, is it? Nah.
There's something odd in the way
Uh-oh.
he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
Ill-fitting? What does that mean? Maybe he's wearing the armour and no, never mind.
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
All right, Clive has reassured me. He says there's no chance that this is the other mercenary. He's perfectly normal. Cool, I'll stop worrying. I'm still, however, interested in you wearing new clothes, mate?
He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his. You've been talking to him for quite a while. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
Okay, I gotta ask, where exactly are you from?
What's it to you?
Deep-set suspicion drips from every syllable. Curiosity, going to figure out this strike mess. Routine, part of the investigation. I thought you looked real familiar for a second there. I thought you looked real familiar for a second there.
No, don't think we've met before. I came to help out the people.
Already got that. I'm interested in your background. Makes sense, I guess. Never mind, not going to pry. What sort of cop? Even a sorry cop says not going to pry. Already got that. I'm interested in your background.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
A bouncer? Where? I frequent a lot of bars. Maybe it's one I know. Sweet. I know bars. Been thrown out from several. Maybe that's why you seem familiar. I don't really drink, but work has taken me to some. Which one was it? Yeah, I'm going with a bouncer. Where? I frequent a lot of bars. Maybe it's one I know.
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Yeah, I think I've been there. Not right now, but I might have been there. I don't really remember things well. Never heard of it. Are you lying?
We're done here.
Ooh.
I have a strike to break.
Okay. Okay, I'm a lot more convinced that he is the... Wow. Okay. So he is clearly not... Well, he's clearly...
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
I wasn't done asking questions, Scab Leader.
Things are busy enough. You going to waste less of my time?
Maybe.
The hulking man oozes stark skepticism.
Okay. I want to get into the harbour too.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. You trying to meet their fat boss?
I'm interviewing people about a murder that took place here behind the hostel cafeteria there. Yeah. If he is part of the mercenary group, this might poke him into providing more information.
I know nothing about a murder.
His reply is snappy and terse. Okay.
The mention of a killing sends a barely noticeable shiver of tenseness through it. Interesting.
Absolutely nothing. Why so tense? Why so tense, you scab?
What are you talking about? Not tense.
Okay.
Yes, he's tense.
Yes, you are tense.
Dangerous. Somewhere below it all.
Right to work!
It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
So, he's already said it. You couldn't get through the doors with heavy ordnance, hasn't he? I don't know. This really isn't my area of expertise. Sure, why not? This really isn't my area of expertise.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
We are not.
Pity.
Let us work!
I'm just going to leave for now. Right, so he has got a major question mark above his head. Right. So, I could go and poke some more into the arrant craziness that is the Pale and the Pale Driver. Right, no. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly have a quick check, see if there's any bottles I've missed. Oh, I might actually have a look at the sunglasses. Did I wear... Mark is saying I missed a hot air rises from the sewer. Sour, acidic, and strange in company. Purple pink, whereabouts? On the road next to Sileng. There we go. A sewer grate, a gateway to the river of filth. Okay. I think they're experience points for me now anyway, since I got that thing. So let me just...
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guaranteed.
I don't have a hat at the moment, so...
Stylish shades, huh? They'd be even more stylish if you paid for them with net worth. Go over and ask him.
So I've increased my conceptualization, and consequently I now have an 8% chance of finding some nice new sunglasses.
No luck. All you find is this lime-colored cellophane visor, produced by a bargain sportswear brand called Amphibian, apparently. There's a malformed green frog on its bent cap.
I only failed by 4. I rolled a 7, so actually I could get that if I...
Oh, that visor is perfect for you, officer. It'll definitely keep the sun out of your eyes while you're shooting criminals. Bang, bang! And all for a mere 6 real. You don't like it? Sure, Square Joe. No problem.
Right. Maybe a sea monster did this to the plaza. Maybe. Pop by and see my little
The
friend.
dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito and bullet holes in the front.
Good mail delivery box.
The box seems happy.
It's not quite petting a dog, but... Right, time to bite the bullet. Yes, Mark, I spent one of my experience points getting a new thought thing, and I'm busily unlocking 15th Ender Tribe. Given what I've learned from Joyce so far, I'm significantly more interested than I was. Okay. I'm just going to check my outfit. Okay. +1 suggestion, -1 half light. I'm going to keep the Spirit of the Core on, thank you. I don't want to risk physical instrument. I think drama's probably more useful at this stage. And I'm not interested in boosting my electrochemistry right now, so we are as equipped as we are likely to get. It's a bowl. There's spit in it, reeking of tobacco. Photos of men in overalls toting guns and Union placards. You see hawthorn bushes outside.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling-height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
Folk horror, hawthorn branches.
The men are talking, but you swear you hear those black limbs tap on the window as the wind blows outside.
Squint. Attempt a look out the window. It's not time yet. Mysterious door scene. Ooh.
There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring. It's still too cold outside. You're not so sure about that. Somehow you just know there's something out there behind the glass.
There's something out there.
Yeah, your mother.
Okay, thank you, Shanky. Okay. Right. Is he the only person to talk to in here? He is. What I should do is save it so I can save scum if I fuck this up.
This is where you say you're a bit.
A broad-shouldered man points at you with a beer can.
Detective.
The lieutenant acknowledges you with a sharp note. He's leaving it to you. No! Don't leave it to me, Kim Kitsuragi. I will fuck this up. Oh well.
Precinct 57's finest scans the room, leaving the speaking to you. He trusts you. Maybe against his better judgment, but he does.
Thank you, EDC. Don't say anything yet. First, we need to talk about your attitude. We need to talk about the man hanged out back. Don't say anything yet. Let him speak.
Hey, dipshit. You hard of hearing or something? The boss man's talking to you.
Ooh, this is an exciting new approach for me. I might remain uncooperative and see what happens. Cross my arms.
What, is he fucking kidding? This guy high or something?
The little guy looks at his mates in disbelief.
Hey, asshole, up here. We're talking to you.
We're looking for Titus Hardy.
The lieutenant turns to the broad-shouldered man at the end of the table. First, we need to talk about your attitude. Wait, I think I've been warned not to be an arsehole at these people. Shit. We need to talk about the man hanged out back. Oh, man. I've been spending too much time around physical instrument. I want to talk to them about their attitude. That does not feel on brand for Sorry Cop. But these guys are pricks. We need to talk about the man hanged out back. Let's just get straight and professional.
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that one.
So we're pretty confident. I think we're pretty confident, from what Joyce has said, that these people lynched the fella hanging outside who was a member of a 3-person mercenary group, and they did it because he was apparently because he was accused of an assault, a sexual assault. But there's still I'm still not entirely certain about that set of explanations, so we're going to need to play this carefully, I think.
You're sure taking your time, waiting for him to get ripe and pretty for you, huh?
Oh, he was a real pretty boy by now. Real hot stuff. Letting out that pretty boy smell.
Thanks, Glenn.
Time to go to work in the shit factory!
Thanks, Yankee.
Easy, boys. These janitors have a hell of a job cut out for them. I mean, I wouldn't go in there for $1 million.
He slaps his forehead.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
These guys are so macho, they're ready to confess to first-degree murder. Ask if it was them.
Scan the room. The man hanged in the backyard. Did you do it? I talked to Joyce. The merc you hanged, his friends are coming for you. Have I talked to Evart yet? I have not talked to Evart yet. I wanted to talk to these people today, and I'd planned to do it this morning, but then I got distracted by about a dozen things. The man hanged in the backyard, did you do it? I'm pretty confident you did it.
The pretty boy. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Why is there a container belt around the dead man's neck? I have spoken to the dead man in a bizarre occult vision. You're involved somehow, I just don't have proof yet. Why is there a container belt around the dead man's neck?
Container belt? Like we use in the harbor?
Yes. Why?
Because we took it from the harbor where we work. Then we went out back and used it to hang him.
This police work stuff is really easy.
As he speaks, his fists contract, going through the pulling motion again, savouring it.
Ah, bugger. My 4 o'clock alarm is just going off. I should be back in a second. There's no chance I'm going to remember to cut that anyway.
We did this. Together. All of us. Until he was dead.
Aha, so
That's
you just...
why there's a container belt around his neck.
Okay, so this is... That's it, the game's over, we got the perpetrator. Aha, so you just confessed to murder.
Goddamn right.
No. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened so that you don't waste any more of your time.
You murdered him just like that, no remorse. Who called the shots that night? When did this hanging incident occur? Why did you kill him? How did you kill him? Why don't I just arrest you? You murdered him, just like that, no remorse. Who called the shots? I want the person who called the shots.
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy Boy without arresting all Hardy Boys.
These are the Hardy Boys? Wow.
Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
A shadow of a smirk passes her lips as she tilts her head. Address Elizabeth. I don't have to. One of them was more complicit than the other. Address Titus. No, but seriously, who calls the shots around here? No, but seriously, who calls the shots around here?
Who do you fucking think does?
He sounds more amused than angry. Point at Titus. You do. You give the commands. Ooh. Point at Elizabeth. I thought she did. Point at Fat Angus. The biggest animal dominates the herd. I'm guessing it's the big one. Bow to the bearded man. Gangs are usually run by the oldest, most venerable member. I'm going to point at Elizabeth and say I thought she did. That should, if nothing else, annoy these macho pricks.
It wasn't a question, dickwad. How fucking stupid are you?
This asshole is worse than...
Aha.
Titus runs the Hardy Boys, genius. That's why we're called the Hardy Boys. Ain't that right, fellas?
I think you got your answer, Mr. Law.
Yes, there are some administrative differences. But on that night, they all acted as one man.
You murdered him just like that, no remorse.
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
He says it as if it were worse than dying. Yes, but these were all bad people, criminals, the scum of the earth. Look, I'm just doing my job, that's all. What we do is different. We enforce the law. You just kill people like it's nothing. Honestly, I drink so much I can't really remember anyone I've sent behind bars. What we do is different. We enforce the law. You just kill people like it's nothing.
But you see, a lawman, is something people agree upon. And here in Martinez, we agreed that this man had to die.
When did this hanging incident occur?
You don't have to keep answering his questions.
The fixer turns to remind Titus.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
How long had you known the victim?
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Yeah. Who do you think we are?
I think you are some sort of comedy chorus to the dangerous guy at the front.
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
Don't you say bad things about Joyce.
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier, the representative for White Pines? The same company you are striking against?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what?
He rubs his chin, pretending to mull it over.
This is where he tries to sow discord between you two, because he knows the company is responsible for bringing the mercenaries into town.
You're proving quite useful suggestion.
Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
Why did you kill him?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town.
Okay. So he was a mercenary, that's it. Glad we cleared that up. Glad we cleared that up.
So am I. Now, how about you get the fuck out of my town?
No, fuck him. Murder rage never came from nothing. Hit him with the question again.
Okay, half.
Why do you fucking do it?
I'm going to ask you again, Titus. Why did you kill him?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town.
So he was a mercenary, that's it?
And he stepped out of line.
He repeats, jaw clamped shut like a vice.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Kohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
This one has a special gripe with him coming here.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
Hold on, how do you even know he was the Special Forces? Right, but what did he actually do wrong? I wouldn't say it.
Wrong? He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
He wiped spittle from his mouth.
There's slight unease in him, suddenly. He regrets mentioning the rape.
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. That was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grab one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
The lieutenant is trying to make sense of this flood of information.
Yeah. This girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl. Young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
He shakes his head in disbelief. Okay. Wasn't it the same girl who was sexually assaulted, raped, he said?
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Okay.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening?
He repeats like a parrot. Right, but who did he rape then? This is a very serious allegation.
No. You're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter. And I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
Despite the stonewalling, you can slip one more question in.
I'm going to ask you for one last time, who did the dead man rape?
Titus, do not answer. You have been forthcoming enough.
Fuck off, Carl. She's gone through enough without you harassing her, too. She doesn't need more embarrassment.
What are you talking about? Embarrassment. If someone has been sexually assaulted, we need to...
What you need is to get the fuck out of my face. I've had enough of explaining myself to you fucks. He's dead. It's done.
As you can see, these men can only take so much baseless scrutiny. I'm doing my best to keep the situation civil, but...
What follows is a slow head shake.
It won't be for long, she means. It's true. She was the only thing holding him back.
How did you kill him? Well, we know how we killed him. I've got a limited number of questions. Why don't I just arrest you? So what are we going to do now? Conclude questioning. I'm going to hold off concluding, and I'm either going to ask him how, or why don't I just arrest you? How did you kill him?
We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, copper?
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
Can you give us a few more details? Did you muffle him? We haven't heard any reports of screams.
Titus, you don't have to clarify anything.
We overpowered him, dragged his unconscious body to the tree, put a noose around his neck, and hanged him till he was dead and steady.
Then we left him for seagulls, maggots, and you fucks.
Wasn't he a trained killer for Orange's Special Forces? If yes, then how did you manage to overpower him? Where did this overpowering happen? Composure. A red check. It cannot be retried. Yeah. Things aren't quite right here, are they? Wasn't he a trained killer from Orange's Special Forces?
With numbers, asshole. How do you think? You're right, Lizzie. I've done enough explaining here.
No, he hasn't. Not yet.
Weren't you fucking listening? The fucker came to our bar. It happened right here.
Jesus. Yeah, try it.
Actually, they're admirably, surprisingly composed. The entire room. Given how many questions you've lobbed their way.
Right, so I didn't succeed there. I'm not going to get a second chance. All of them, maybe one of them is fidgeting, cracking under the pressure.
Well, this one. But he's always fidgeting, so don't get your hopes up.
Right, so I have other questions about the lynching.
Like what, Copper?
Why not I just arrest you?
Yeah, lawman. Why don't you?
Not in the arresting mood?
His mean little eyes come alive with hatred.
A fearful readiness, like an electrical charge, raises hairs in the room. By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his holster. You hear the nylon of his coat hiss as he steps closer. Easy. Walk back from the provocation. They're armed, and they outnumber us. The lieutenant tries to establish eye contact with you.
You confess to murder, I'm taking you in. Easy now, let's just talk. Or we could continue to listen to EDC. I feel, given that there are 7 of them, I'm going to back off.
Wise move. You made the right choice there. Now make another one. And get the fuck out of our booth. We're not gonna do this again.
He's grateful. Just a little, somewhere down there. You didn't force him to get ugly.
So what are we going to do now?
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
I can't do that.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus.
The lieutenant closes his notebook.
I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder, even if it is a group responsibility. We're going to look into this.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us. Real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
Rent-a-cop. So that's what this is about. He doesn't see you as his equals.
Okay.
Forget about their games. You've mapped out the characters. Reading the footprints in the yard should be easier now.
You're just trying to trick me into looking like an idiot, visual calculus. Scan the room. I want to talk about the hanging again. I talked to Joyce. The merc you hanged, his friends are coming for you. I was weak when we first met, so I've got no chance of achieving this established authority. I'm going to take off now. Okay, Mark is telling me that apparently I might get a bonus to the visual calculus I screwed up last time. And Clive, like some sort of number jockey or programmer, is claiming that visual calculus is awesome and I should listen to him. I don't trust visual calculus. Look at him. He's blue.
No. I's here. You got business with my boys. You got business with me.
Interesting.
The boys are too eager to please him to keep their mouths shut. You're gonna get a good head count here. Just wait.
Yeah. You fuck with the Hardy Boys, you fuck with Titus Hardy.
Shouts the scrawny rat-faced man, 2 teeth missing in the front. Never trust numbers, says John. Hit up electrochemistry.
Relax, Dennis. No one is fucking you yet.
Says the 40-something man from the corner with a plectrum hanging from his neck. Okay.
Yeah, Dennis, calm down. No one's fucking you, you stupid fuck.
So Shanky's real name is Dennis.
Let Dennis enjoy his fucking, man. We don't mind.
You notice gang tattoos. The man must be either Mesk or Sarah Marieson.
Yeah. You're not even being fucked, Dennis.
So Fat Angus is thick.
Easy, fellas. We got company. Let's see what brings the cop around.
Too late. You already scanned the room. You got a pretty good picture.
Picture of what? Perception.
Of the actors here. You could take another look at the tracks in the mud on the crime scene. Compare it to these guys.
I talked to Joyce. The merc you hanged, his friends are coming for you.
Yeah. By friends, you mean his squad mates from Crenell?
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
They're snickering in the room. Some of the men put their beers down.
Nervous, snickering. There's a rush of adrenaline present. Titus did his best, but his men are a bit unsettled.
Yes, they're forming some kind of tribunal and they're coming for you.
This is what happens if you take the law into your own hands. Other people start doing it too.
Yeah, you tell them, Kim Kitsuragi.
Let them come. The Hardy Boys are right fucking here.
They are going to mow you down with machine guns.
You heard the man. Right here. We're armed. We got the whole district behind us, and Glenn. Glenn is fucking crazy.
Okay. Is that an advantage, do you think? Thank you, John. If they all die, it is not my fault. Currently. I suppose it... Oh, no, you're saying because I have failed to sort this situation out properly and saved everybody. Shut up.
Yeah. A well-oiled murder machine.
He punches Blondie on the shoulder.
The mood is on the rise. They're feeling confident, ready to punch out the whole merc platoon.
This Crenell is bad news, you know that, right? The mercenaries are armed with automatic weapons. Joyce said they've gone rogue. Nobody is controlling them.
Big fucking surprise. They hire psycho scum, arm them to the teeth, and let them loose in the city. What do you think is gonna happen?
The mercenaries are armed with automatic weapons. This Crenell is bad news, you know that, right?
So are the local gangs. The fucking Barmy Army. And the Madre scum. You've been out there. Seen any around?
Doesn't mean they're not there. I genuinely struggle to see my own shoes.
Yeah. Where are they now, huh? Sent back to Madre in an airtight cargo crate.
These people are trained military professionals with decades of combat experience. They are not a gang or a barmy army.
No, they're not. They're uncoordinated and drunk. We know more about them than you think.
The mercenaries are armed with automatic weapons. Might as well.
We got weapons of our own. We got Ister 50s, Zeelagers. Glenn's got a knock cannon at home.
Will they pierce ceramic armor? Well, if Glenn has a knock cannon at home, I guess he'll be alright. Every bone in my body makes me want to say number 2, but I feel sarcasm is probably the wrong approach right now.
I guess we're gonna see, aren't we?
See what? That they don't? For your sake, I hope you're right. For your sake, I hope you're right.
Right about what? That a 50 caliber bullet goes through shit? Yeah, I am.
Maybe they've... Okay. Conclude with a shrug.
What do you mean, okay?
He jerks forward a bit. I mean, okay, they're going to wipe you the fuck out, Titus. I mean, okay, you got this, you got the numbers. I mean, okay, I'll be on your side when they come. No! I mean, okay, you got one more gun on your side. Once I find mine, I lost it. I mean, okay, I guess I'll be gunning you down right alongside them. Yeah, fuck that. Okay, they're going to wipe you the fuck out, Titus.
No, they won't. Get out of here with your negative energy.
Negative energy is not what's going to wipe you out, Titus.
All he means is that the situation is serious.
No wonder you cops get shot to shit every day. Can't go to war with an attitude like that.
I'm not taking a 3% chance to establish my authority. I don't want to establish my authority over these people right now.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Maybe we'll talk later. The cook's back. I'm just trying to decide what to do next. I should go back outside and check the tracks again. Get a
The
better feel
man
for it.
ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
You know what's behind that door. Point to the secret blue door.
He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door.
Fair enough. Okay. $2 and I'm still 8 reals short. I'm not here to talk to you, Kuno.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
Let me just have a quick check. I don't think I own anything that will give me a bonus to visual calculus. And I'm not actually suffering a penalty for visual calculus for my brilliant outfit. So, let's try it.
There are several footprints in the mud. Wow, still not doing it. You're bad at this.
See? See? This seems really important. Tracks on the scene, and I can't read them at all, Lieutenant. Whisper to yourself, why is this so complicated? I keep failing. Swallow it, just go on. Why is it so complicated? I'm going to lose morale when I click this eye.
Maybe you keep failing because you suck.
Oh, fuck you, visual calculus. I am indeed the sorriest of cops. So I can get into the harbour by going through the secret entrance. I still don't know how to get behind there, do I? I'm just trying to think. Have I been on the other side of defence near Kuno S? Oh, yes. Right, okay, just a second. I think I've got time. Did I rewrite the... Sorry, here, right, the... John, I am not harvesting Kuno or Kuno S for organs, no matter how much they sell for. I'm definitely not that kind of cop. Right, somebody said early on that time advances only when you're talking to people. I'm not getting distracted, Mark. I am pursuing my investigation. A garden hose just won't be of use until the snow melts. A balcony with a view in the yard and the hanging. Ooh, with somebody on it.
Hey, what's that noise down there?
A guy. Chairs and tables eaten by rain and rot. Another splattering of bullet holes. A hat! Yes, Clive, I guess I could click on the guy from the yard, but I thought I would just do a quick check round, so I think this is a dead end. But I've won a hat. It's a little woolly hat. It's giving me -1 to rhetoric, but I don't use rhetoric anyway. These barrels are half full of rainwater. Just a closed door, but you look at it suspiciously. That smoker up there could be a witness. Talk to him. Yeah, I get that. I wonder if I should get my crowbar out.
The spread pattern of these bullet holes makes your chest ache. Your breath grows heavier.
Examine closer. What's with all these bullet holes? I've seen a lot of them around. What's with all these bullet holes? I've seen a lot of them around.
Remnants from the revolution. These are over half a century old.
So no crime has happened here. Is there something we should do about these?
No, we are not constructors and renovators. And these bullet holes do not warrant an investigation.
Okay, but what can you tell me about the revolution?
Not much. I don't have a fresh perspective on it. Should we go?
Well, hasn't given me a weird new thought, so. Uh, mm, mm, mm. Okay, fair enough. I just thought I would check and see if I could crowbar that door open, and the answer is no. Right.
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
It's pretty obvious I can get up there as well, presumably through that door, but
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
he says in a quiet voice. Despite the cold, his shirt hangs unbuttoned on his frame. Why are you whispering? It sounds like you're already in trouble, Sonny Jim. No trouble from me. I just want to know what's going on here. Too late, young man. Trouble's found you. I'll come back to this later. Why are you whispering? It sounds like you're already in trouble. Have you got a side quest for me that will result in me gaining 8 real?
There's no trouble. I'm just speaking in a lowered voice.
He says, sort of vaguely.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie, if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
It's the god of cigarettes and youth. Ask him if he's got anything to spare.
Shut up, electrochemistry. Actually, the gendarmerie really need to talk to you.
Is it really that important?
He asks you, adjusting his shirt.
Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
Okay, well, obviously he doesn't want to be seen narking.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
Can you tell me your name? It looks like you've got a good view of the Whirling's backyard. Can you tell me anything about the hanging? Can you tell me your name?
My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
Okay.
Martin Martinez? Good local name. Let's go with that.
Ah, you're just taking the mick. You know I've just put on something that reduces my rhetoric.
I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme. Do you have an estimate of when the body will be taken away?
No.
We will remove the body as soon as possible. Now tell us, where were you last Sunday?
Don't you mock my bum hat, Mark.
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
Did I? Did you? I'm pretty sure I didn't. Did I?
No, not you. It's a more muscular type.
Ah, okay.
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
The lieutenant takes out his little blue notebook and writes something down. Hopefully, muscular gentleman, and draws a line from that to the scab breaker boss guy.
Last week? I don't know. Look.
He looks around the courtyard again. Old patio chairs and dead houseplants litter the scene.
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over.
What kind of friend? No judgment.
It was my Sunday friend.
A Sunday friend? How intriguing.
Oh, shut up, electrochemistry. What's your friend's real name? Did he see something? Now, you've just assumed that it was a he, and that was wrong of you.
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. In the neighboring windows, you can see faint reflections of his silhouette, all from different angles.
That is a lovely... that is just a great sentence. Anyway.
Someone hides behind a curtain. Those windows have eyes, and those eyes are watching, spying on you three.
All right, we'll talk later. Bye-bye.
No. We won't.
He takes one last drag of his cigarette before stubbing it out on the balcony.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
I'm going to try and convince him to stay. I'm good at suggesting things.
This isn't the place or time for questions. Who knows who might be watching from the distance, hidden behind the curtains?
Hey, listen. I'm just trying to make things okay again. Can we meet again somewhere else?
For a moment, the man on the balcony seems almost vulnerable. Something moves in the depths of his feline eyes. Compassion and a hint of understanding.
I bet he's got a heart of gold.
I am sorry, but I really don't have the information you're looking for.
His voice is soft and deliberate. With a flick of his wrist, he sends a cigarette butt sailing over the rail.
But, hold on. What's that? For a split second, his hand lingers, as though gesturing towards a stone placed right next to the front door. It's a sign.
It's a sign.
Good luck with the investigation.
He walks away. Where is he walking to? Up the stairs, okay.
He's gone.
The lieutenant puts away his notebook and turns to you. We should run after him, see where he went.
No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself.
So we just give up? You're right, he probably didn't have anything important to say. So we just give up?
He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case.
Clive is saying, and distraction in 3, 2, 1.
He did leave us a sign. Did you see that? He wanted to draw our attention to that stone right over there.
The lieutenant nods towards a small rock on a soggy patch of grass.
If we find a way inside the building, we can ask around for his apartment.
Right, let's do that. Key?
A stone, like any other, lying in a whirl of sleet and mud. Maybe there's something under it.
If I know anything at all about cop shows, it's that we do not leave stones unturned.
There's a key beneath it, rusty from the dirt.
This must be for the front door. Pity he doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has many apartments, and the man can be in any of them.
How are we going to find the right one?
We'll just have to go in and see.
Okay, so I can either go into this building and go door to door, meeting almost certainly a succession of crazy characters who I will talk to until I end up... yes, I'm going to break into every apartment. That is true. The question is, am I going to break into every apartment now? I've got about half an hour before I should probably finish off. And I'm tempted to try and speak to Eckhart and actually pursue the investigation a little bit and come back here later. I'm also painfully aware that I'm 7.25 real short. So my other alternative would be to continue to pursue the haunted. I have apparently started moving without any conscious thought, so it's clear I'm off to go and see Eckhart. Or at least try. And being a good type, I'm probably going to go in through the front door. Yeah. But I'm definitely going to come back and break into every apartment once I have done this. Right, let's see how much money I'm on now. This is starting to worry me a little bit.
The tear machine stands in the corner. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a...
This is not like Baldur's Gate, where the crap you pick up from random boxes is actually worth something. But I think I'm now on 13 reals, so it's not really a complete waste. Yep, 13 real. Okay. So. It's almost like a comment on RPGs or something. It is very much almost like a comment on RPGs, Mark. So I just want to double check something. Rhetoric. Ideologues, conversationist, would-be politician. Rhetoric urges you to debate. Bollocks. Damn it. I was so happy to have found a hat as well. Right, let's speak to Head Measurer.
body betrays your degeneracy.
It absolutely does, yes.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
The young woman at the giant's side agrees. Say nothing, size him up first. What do you mean? My body betrays my degeneracy. My body does not betray my degeneracy. It really does. My body is unimportant. I'm with the police and we need to get into the harbour. I'm going to size him up. Oh, if I go and talk to the girl in the bookshop, she'll give me a cool hat. Do you mean the girl out the front or her mum?
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
A ripple of muscle passes underneath his skin. He lets you look.
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
Puff out your chest, still say nothing. Yeah.
What is this androgynous display of sexual maturity?
He looks down at you, taking stock of your physique. I'm wishing I was wearing my little vest now.
You hear your heart pumping fast and irregular. Your joints ache and you feel old, but still alive. Somehow.
Stop it! You are embarrassing yourself in front of this woman and your pedomorphic friend.
Wow.
This display of weakness may appeal to older women with a stronger maternal instinct, but it is a liability here on Battlefield Martinez.
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
Oh, man. What do you mean my body betrays my degeneracy? As if I did not know. I am wearing washing up gloves.
You have succumbed to Al-Ghul.
Oh, his face contorts in disgust, as if he was smelling a dead rat. That is probably me, as I think my bath is full of beer bottles.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Wait, Al Ghul, smell your breath. Kim, is it really so bad? You're right. I'm an alcoholic and I need that dead body to no longer be in the tree. I don't have a problem with Al Ghul. I just drink a little on the weekends. Enough. I need you to take down the dead body or let me in. You're right. I'm an alcoholic and I need that dead body to no longer be in the tree.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
This is going in weird directions. I'm the police and I need you to comply now. Take a step closer. He will break my neck. The race stuff is unimportant here. I just need you to help me do my job, please. Is that pathetic enough for sorry cop? Yes. But I am the police. I need to comply now.
Jerking motions. Signs of a late-stage neurodegenerative disorder. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race.
You're just another fucking racist.
You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
Disco.
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor. This man is not budging. Let's hope his superiors inside are more cooperative.
So, come on, I just need you to move about 20 centimetres back. Push him out of the way. I'm not going to try and push him out of the way. You're right about all this. Now I need you to help me get that corpse down from the tree. It was your people who put that dead body up there. Your people should help me get it down. This is going nowhere. So I don't think I'm going to persuade him to step 20 centimetres back. I'm certainly not pushing a man mountain out of the way. You're right. Now help me get the fucking corpse out of the tree.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war.
What the...
Bring your troops to the Simonan Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
Wow.
This is your chance. He's talking. Rip into him with a punch and catch him off guard. No, don't rip into anyone. You're sensitive. Remember? Communicate.
Thank you, Suggestion. In fact, the way things have been going, Suggestion, I might well be putting a point into you after this. You serve the Union, don't you? Aren't they white? Know anything about this mug? Show in the mug. I don't know why I'm still carrying that mug around. It just seems to be an opportunity to encourage people to be racist. Why are you not with the Hardy Boys? What are those tattoos of yours supposed to mean? Subscribe to his advanced race theory. Not going to happen. Knock him out. -1. Suggestion is against it. You serve the Union, don't you? Aren't they white?
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
Yeah, but you still serve them. How does that factor into your life? You keep telling yourself that. I'm sorry, of course. I understand now. Deeper. I'm sorry.
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront international capital. Something your race, naivistic communists, never did.
Clive says he's an arsehole, and I'm very tempted to agree with him. I'm no communist. Communism is pretty cool. Individualism is my jam. My jam is a mysterious fourth thing. Enough of this. I mean, I should say individual is my jam, but I am tempted by my jam being a mysterious fourth thing. My jam is a mysterious fourth thing.
Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs?
Disco is my jam, actually, Clive, yes. I've got it from disco, actually. It's true, I'm a rock and roll star and a rebel. Youth culture does not affect my thinking. I have gotten it from disco, actually.
Offshoots of the Seminoles people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame upon my race. But what is done is done.
The more I hear about this cocaine stuff, the more intrigued I am by it.
I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race.
You know, it's weird. Much as I dislike his philosophy, it's his intentional mispronunciation of perfectly easy to pronounce words that is really driving me mad here. Yes, okay, now that is fair. That was electrochemistry talking. It's insidious the way electrochemistry gets under my skin and makes me want to learn more about cocaine. Okay, I'll ask. Who are the Seminoles? I don't really know who the Seminoles are. I've recently experienced head trauma. Wonderful. I need to enter the harbour now, or you could take the body down yourself, maybe. Wonderful. We're done with this line of inquiry. I don't know who the Seminoles are. I've recently experienced head trauma.
I can see that. The Simonees are the South Island race. Haplogroup A4A. The rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus and arrived here 4,000 years ago.
That's interesting.
We are the future. That is all you need to know.
So, you were born and raised on the islands before you moved to Revachol.
I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulimbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Simonese women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the pale.
So you did come from the islands. So you did not come from the islands. Understood. Understood.
Good.
Kim, what do you think about this madness?
I think this racist is better than the last. But the next racist will be the really good one.
How do you know there will be a next racist? I like the previous racist better, actually. How do you know there will be a next racist, Kim Kitsuragi?
There always is.
Thank you, Kim.
Race is reality.
He nods approvingly. What are those tattoos of yours supposed to mean?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
He gestures towards the lorry man down the street.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection.
Okay.
I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
Right, okay. So everything is now clicked together. I'd wondered if it had something to do with head measuring, phrenology. Okay. You sure I'm not craniometrically superior to you? You're right, that's craniometric perfection. My race does not stand a chance. Say nothing. You sure I'm not craniometrically superior to you?
You exhibit forward projection of the jaw, indicative of schizophrenia, sexual inaccountability. From a purely aesthetic standpoint,
wow,
the dimple in your jaw makes you look like a baby. This is not craniometry, just an observation.
I have got plenty of morale, so I'm going to ask him for more.
It is impossible to see any more of your bone structure. It is covered in the ravages of Al-Hul. From what remain of your features, I can see fleshy lips, baldness of the head, and long arms relative to lower limbs.
Fuck you.
This leads me to conclude you are not a police officer. You are a common criminal, an offspring of murderers and sailors from Sur-la-Clé and Vesper, and possibly even the degenerate sheep herders of Ubi.
Interesting. So one of my ancestors was Sur-la-Clé, and the other Vespa?
Your racial heritage is uninteresting. It is the same as all Revacholians. Your parents and their parents made the decision to reproduce while under the influence of Al-Hul. That is the only reason you are here.
Fair.
He's right there. It's almost impossible to get it on unless you're both drunk. It's too scary when people are sober.
Shut up, electrochemistry. Why are you not with the Hardy Boys?
I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degrading.
But you're all part of the union.
The Hardy manlets are on the pay of the company. I answer to the union alone. And I do this out of raise heroism. Finance is an alien concept to the Simonies. Now leave me be. I must luxuriate in the company of my woman.
I could subscribe to his advanced race theory. But I don't want to. I could try and knock him out. But I feel that would end badly.
We still need to get into the harbor. We need help with the tree situation. There must be another way.
The back door. And yes, actually, I think suggestion has proved quite helpful so far. So I'm leveling suggestion up. Cool. Diplomats, charmers, and sociopaths. I am one of those, probably. Huh. I'm starting to get a slightly better feel for the map now. There's a load of stuff up on top of those roofs. How long have we got? About 10 minutes. Enough time. I still want to talk to her. Right, no side quests. We'll bother her later. We can't get in there. Interesting. Can we get in through here? No. Okay. Well, let's try Kuno's shack again. I need to get to the roof. Yes. Now, I thought the middle door in the Whirling-In-Rags led to the roof, but I couldn't get it open, so... Right. Let's try the ladder. Oh, different roof. Okay. Well, hopefully this ladder leads up there. And hopefully not into an encounter with 2d6 kobolds. Right, here we are. Oh, I forgot to go and see about the hat, didn't I? Right, just a second. I'm going to go and see about that hat that Mark mentioned. Because I don't have a hat yet, and I feel like my head is naked as a consequence. It's not a side quest. It might not even be there. I might have to cut all of this as I fruitlessly dash across town to ask a little girl about a hat. Oh, I've got to be so careful, mind, because if I'm there, I want to put a point into physical instrument and go and shout at the chimney again. And that is a side quest. Okay. I might need a song. Just say no. No! No side quest. Just say no. No! It's fine. It's fine, Mark. There is the little girl. We will just cursorily find out if she has a hat.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't talk right now. I'm very busy with my homework. I have so much homework now.
You just can't win.
What are you doing now?
Math. It's really difficult. Like, really. They say you need it to get rich. Better than standing outside in the cold, I guess. Oh, I found something while you were away.
Here we go.
I thought this would fit you. Like, thanks for helping out. Not me. The city, I mean. Like a detective does.
She gives you a hat. Almost exactly like the one Dick Mullen wears on the covers. I've got to find out more about the hat, Mark. I'm really sorry. Wait, where did you get it? It's a fedora. A detective hat. Okay, I get it. I can look just like Dick Mullen, except I'm an actual police officer. A detective hat?
Yes, just like the one Dick Mullen wears all the time. You'll look way more serious with that.
I already feel more serious and I don't even have the hat yet.
Right, I have to get back to my homework now, before Mum notices. Man, this is hard.
She looks back at the infernal scribblings under her nose. Right, and I'm leaving now, Mark. I'm running. I would have eventually found that hat because I would have ended up back in the bookshop eventually because I desperately need to own the Man from Heimdall and the Snow Crabs. Say no, no! No side quests. Just say no. By next time I play, I will have checked out the rest of the lyrics to that. There we go. I'm nearly there. I'm nearly back where I was going to be. I am going to have to stop shortly, however, because that will give me 3 hours is a reasonable amount of time to play. It gives me 2 90-minute videos. I'll tell you now, mind it, it's taking a lot of my self-discipline to not just binge this through like it's a, I don't know, a Netflix box set. That is a coat, isn't it? Okay. Oh. I feel a bit disappointed, frankly. If anything, this wide-brimmed hat looks even better than the hat Dick Mullen wears. Dick Mullen is stupid and not even real. You're real. Your brain is real. Your real brain is inside the hat. Okay, I look good, though. Can you see the logo? Oh, the coat is an RCM coat. Got you. It's got the patch on the back, yes. Maybe it's my hat. Right. Restoration pillars keep the ruins together. This doorway is going to collapse soon, but there's a bucket there. Oh! Containing a postcard. This postcard depicts an ill-advised residential area overlooking the Jamrock Quarter. 13-story buildings line the hillside like sarcophagi, an ominous fog already rising from behind. These are the last boom years. In 1939, the project fails catastrophically, leaving behind an opiate and hepatitis B-infested slum. Home! Selling postcards for cash is consequence-free, says Mark. I have got 2. I've got 2 Real 20. That would put me to 15 Real 26. Another step closer. Some Nosafed. Huh. Oh, I'm getting closer. Why is there money on this roof?
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here.
Policeman cloak.
Man down. A trooper has been left behind the enemy lines.
Okay, EDC, but you understand there's a chance it's mine.
You could swear it's more of an instinct than an actual sight. But you know there's the RCM signature rectangle on the cloak. It's a cop's cloak.
A cop's cloak. It's a cop's cloak. Just a cop's cloak. I don't want to deal with this right now. A cop's cloak. It's a cop's cloak.
Yes, it's probably yours.
See?
It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment.
He judges the drop. Hey!
You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
Look around. What exactly are we doing up here? You really think this cloak is mine? Should I go for it? Jump? Savoir-faire. Challenging. Go for the cloak. Jump over the edge. Okay, my savoir-faire is fucking horrendous, so look around.
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance over the container yard. The look in his eyes is a mix of the engineer-like interest and the wonder of a 6-year-old seeing a horse for the first time.
Motherfucker. Now that's a huge crane. It's just a machine, Lieutenant, like a giant hammer or a pair of pliers. Nothing to see here. Let him have his moment of wonder. Damn it, I really want to say, motherfucker. Now that's a huge crane. But instead I'm going to let him have this moment of wonder because I'm a true friend.
His eyes trace the crane's contour as if trying to memorize its majestic shape. Then he notices your gaze.
It's fine. You spend as much time staring at the crane as you like, even though you pulled me away from the breakfast conversation about cryptids.
Yes. We were in the middle of something. Your clock.
Do you really think this cloak is mine? Should I go for it? Jump?
The cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. As to whether you should go for it,
He looks over the ledge at the cold pavement below.
well, it doesn't seem too dangerous. 2-meter stops. Whenever you're ready to do it, I'll be right behind you.
Okay. Mark has pointed out I'm wearing a few bits of clothing that are reducing my savoir-faire, so let's just have a quick check. Yep. I'm going to jump over there in my underpants, apparently. Wow. Wow. Okay, so, as I often do when I need to jump over something, I have removed my trousers and my socks. And my shoes.
An appalling cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing.
So I'm at 17% chance of getting there. And I think I need to do this jump because I really need to get to the other side of here so I can get into the docks. I'm not getting past head measurer. Look at my tiny chicken legs.
No, no, that's still too high. What were you thinking? You're not a gymnast. You're a boxer. And you've climbed way too high up there.
Sure. Just be careful, okay? Looks like you almost strained a muscle there. I was under the assumption we could ask the leader of this union to help us get this body down. This is why we're here, right?
He doesn't wait for you to answer.
Or it could be that we are just exploring.
He looks around, wind rustling his hair.
He's thinking you've forgotten where you are again.
I hadn't forgotten where I was. I was just confused by the fact that I don't see any way to actually get anywhere that isn't jumping off there. Right, I'm going to put my trousers back on. That is not going to help me. So I clearly want to be up there somehow. I'm going to have to go back and deal with head measurer, aren't I? It's 3 in the afternoon, and I'm still 5 real off successfully finding somewhere to sleep. But, okay, yeah, I think it's time to... I'm going to get me back up on the roof, just in case something else suggests itself. I can't repeat that savoir-faire attempt until I actually put my savoir-faire up and not... Oh, wait a second. Can I get close enough to that to see what it is? Nope. 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 Okay. So, I pretty clearly need to get through that door, which presumably will come out through that door. Frustrating. Oh well, right. So, putting it up will unlock it for a second try. Yes, yes. If I put another point to savoir-faire. But at this stage, I might be better off going and buying the cheap sunglasses, which I think had a savoir-faire effect. Either way, we've had a pretty productive day. We've had our mind blown by Joyce. We've interacted with some good old boys and solved the murder, kind of, apart from the fact that we also need to put our visual calculus up if we really want to try and work out who actually did it. We've spoken to a deeply suspicious scab boss. We've had a brief chat with a smoking man who's told us there is armour, but the trousers are missing. And now we are on a roof. Oh, we spoke to a different kind of racist. Oh, we're now on a roof. Marky said, ooh. Either way, I am going to call it there, I think. My plan is to maybe come back to this tomorrow night. That is my backup save. I don't think anything has happened that could have got me money, but I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. There's got to be a way. Or has there? It's odd that this bit doesn't lead through. Right, stop it. Log off. Thank you all for joining me this afternoon. I've had a good time, and hopefully you will continue to join me in increasingly greater numbers until Discord gives me a whole load of free money for no obvious reason. I'll obviously be turning this into a YouTube video for the people who don't bother. I need an ASRM, and I will see people there. Bye bye, folks. Have a good Sunday. Bants or bullying, bants or bullying. We're playing a game called Bants or bullying, bants or bullying, bants or bullying. It's rarely bants, it's usually bullying.